Alright guys, we are almost done. This is going to be the last tutorial in this course, in this 2-hour course. So, just a brief recap of what we covered in the previous tutorial. We covered how to create the content folders within the class assignments main content folder. So we created 4 content folders. We created these right here for paper 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we created a class discussion board link. So pretty much when you click on this, it'll take you to the class discussion board. So that was what we did in the previous tutorial. Now we're going to actually add content to these folders. So first thing we're going to do, again, you're going to click on class assignments, and this is going to open up, and we're going to open up paper 1. So double click on paper 1, the summary critique assignment. Okay, as you can see, it's completely blank. Now, I have 4 sample instructions for each of the papers. Now, I'm not going to include these on the website, but when you guys create your own, a lot of you won't have this done until probably a couple weeks before your class starts. So once you do create the instructions for each of the papers, you want to follow these steps and add them to each of the assignment folders. But for the activities, I want you still just add anything and practice a little bit. I want you guys to get familiar in how to add content to each of the folders. Alright, as you can see, there's nothing in paper 1 summary critique content folder. So we're going to add, first we're going to add instructions for the paper. So we're going to go to build content. We're going to do it as an item. Okay, and then we're going to name it paper 1 assignment. Summary critique. Okay. Now, we're going to enter the instructions right here. Now, I already have a sample document from a TA that was done a couple of years ago, so I'm going to use that. So I'm going to open up this right here. It's for paper 1. I've got it highlighted. I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to paste it. Remember, I'm going to use the mashup tool. So I'm going to click that down point arrow right there. And then paste from Word. Okay, just click in the box so you see that cursor. Go Control V, allow access, and there it is. Click on Submit, and there it is. There are the instructions. Now, remember I said the formatting might be a little weird, so you may have to make some changes. Like paper 1, I'm going to bring that over a little bit to the middle. Okay. Other than that, though, everything looks alright. Now you can either, like I say, you can copy text from Word, or you can just type directly inside the text edit box once you have the instructions ready to go. Okay, so we're going to go down. Permit user to views content, yes. Track number of views, again, it's up to you. Select dates and time restrictions. I still leave it open, but if you want to set it to a certain date where students can view it, you can. Again, it's your own preference. Click on Submit. And there we go. So there are the instructions for paper 1. And again, you see the little formatting is a little off, so you can kind of make changes to it. So you can go back and click here, click on Edit, and then kind of align stuff a little better. But for this tutorial, we'll just leave it the way it is. Okay, now we're going to add a safeassign submission link. Now, what is safeassign? Well, it checks for plagiarism. So students they're going to upload their paper using the safeassign link. And once they upload it, it'll go through a database and it'll check various sources online and previous papers submitted by students and check for plagiarism. So now let's set up a safeassign submission link. Okay, so we got that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go up. We're going to go to Assessments. We're going to do Safe Assignment. Okay, and we're going to call this one Paper 1. Summary critique. And points, we're going to set it how many points you want, so we'll do 100 points. And then you can list instructions here. So you can I'll put like you will submit your final paper by clicking the view/complete link. Okay, So a little brief instructions there. We're going to go down, make assessments available. Make assessments available, yes. You want students to see the safeassign link. You're going to go down, track number of views, and it's up to you. I'll just leave that unchecked. Availability dates, again, I'll leave that open. Now draft, if you want your students to be able to submit a draft, you can click on draft so they can submit like a rough draft to kind of see where they stand as far as plagiarism goes, or if they need to make any changes to their references or their in-text citations, whatever. So that's up to you again. But for this tutorial, I'll leave that unchecked. Now, urgent checking, leave that unchecked. Student viewable, do you want your students to see the results after they submitted the paper? In other words, the results of the plagiarism check? So that's up to you. So you can go no if you don't want students to see that, and yes if you do want students to see that. So for this tutorial, I'll click no. Optional announcement, you just leave that blank. And then click on submit. So now let's go down. And there you go. So you've got a safe assignment submission link. And students will just click on view and complete to submit their paper. Now I've got in another course, not this course, but in another course I've got detailed instructions on safeassign. So pretty much how you're going to interpret the results, how you're going to look for plagiarism. So all the specifics will be covered in another course. So but for this one we're keeping it basic, and I'm just showing you how to create a safeassign link and just the real basic stuff for creating a base for your advanced composition course. Okay, now we're going to add a rubric. So let's go build content. We're going to do an item. Now there's a lot of different ways to build rubrics within Blackboard, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to upload a rubric that you guys are going to complete one of your pedagogy courses. So we're going to use that one that is given to you guys in your pedagogy course. So, alright. So we're going to call this one Paper 1 Grading Rubric. And I'm just going to leave the instructions blank again. You guys can type whatever you want in here. Explain the rubric if you want. It's your preference. But for this tutorial, I'm just going to leave it blank. I'm going to browse my computer, and again, I have a rubric saved. Okay, and again, I have a rubric saved locally. So there it is. Grading rubric. Open. There it is attached. And again, you're going to permit users to view content, yes. Track number of views, it's up to you. I just leave it no. Leave it open. Again, if you want, you can set dates, but my advice is just leave it open. Click on submit. And there you go. You've got Paper 1 grading rubric. So the students will just click on this, and it'll pull up the rubric in a Word document. Now let's look at the student view of this. Let's go back here real quick to my student view Blackboard course. I'm just going to go to home again. Okay, so now let's click on class assignments. Let's click on Paper 1 folder. And there you go. So we've got the instructions. We've got Paper 1, safeassign, submission link, and we've got the rubric. If you click on the rubric, and it should give you an option to open with Word, save, whatever. And that's it. So let's go back to the instructor view. And let's go back to assignments. And we'll do the same thing for Paper 2. Okay, so we're going to double click on the Paper 2 assignment content folder. Okay, and again, this folder is empty, so we're going to start by building an item. And this is where we're going to put the instructions for Paper 2. Alright, so we're going to call this one Paper 2 Assignment Explanatory Synthesis. Okay, and then we're going to again add the content right here in the text editor box. So again, I have a sample instruction page for Paper 2, and it's done by a previous TA. for a class a couple of years ago. So I'm going to highlight all this, copy, and go back to Blackboard, and I'm going to add it. So I'm going to do again the mashup. Click on Paste from Word. Click in the box here, and then go Control V, allow access. There we go. Click on Submit, and there are the instructions. And the formatting doesn't look too bad on this one. Okay, let's scroll down, and no attachments. Oh, I did want to mention though, if you do want, you can paste the content in the text editor box that we did here, and you can also do attachment as well. So if you prefer to have both, you can do that. Students can open up the attachment and print the instructions. So that's another option. Let's go down and again leave this the way it is. Click on Submit. Voila, there we go. We've got instructions for paper 2. Now let's add a safeassign submission link. Go to Assessments, Safe Assignment. Okay, I'm going to call this paper 2. Paper 2 explanatory synthesis. Okay, and we'll do it out of 100 points. And again, you can list any instructions here. So again, we'll type in submit your final paper by clicking on the view complete link. Okay. And go down. Again, leave this the way it is. Track number of views is up to you. The dates is up to you again. Draft is up to you if you want students to be able to submit a draft. Urgent checking, leave that unchecked. Student viewable, again, that's up to you, but for this tutorial, we'll leave it at no. And again, that's to where you can let the students see the results of the plagiarism check. Go down on announcements, you can leave that, just set it no. Click on Submit. And voila, there we go. We've got a safeassign submission link. Now again, let's add a rubric to this. It's the same thing. We're going to do a item. And we're going to do paper 2 as a name, paper 2 explanatory synthesis rubric. And you can list instructions here if you want, but I'm going to leave it blank for this tutorial. Go down, attachment, we're going to browse the computer, and I got this saved again, right there. Open, and leave these all the way they are. So permit users, yes. Track number of views, up to you again. The date and time restrictions, up to you, it's your preference. Click on Submit. And voila, there we go. So we've got the instructions, we've got the safeassign submission link, and we've got the rubric right here. The students can click on that, and then just open or save the docx file. Now let's go back to class assignments, and we're going to do paper 3 now. Same thing. I know it's kind of repetitious, guys, but I want you to just see it. So I fear the more you see it over and over again, the more it'll sink in, the easier it'll become for you guys. It'll be easier for you to complete your tasks and activities at the end of this tutorial. So now we're going to do paper 3. Double click on that. Okay, again, we're going to go to Build Content, Item. Okay, I'm going to call this Paper 3, Argumentative. Argumentative synthesis. Okay. And again, I have a sample paper 3 instruction sheet here that I saved locally on my computer. And again, this is a previous TA, the instructional sheet from a couple years ago. So I'm going to highlight this, copy. Okay, and then I'm going to again use the mashup tool. paste from Word, click anywhere in the box, Control V, allow access. Okay, there we go. Click on Submit. There we go. And the format doesn't look too bad. So we're gonna, again, if you want, you can also attach this file and go browse my computer. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Browse my computer, and then we'll do right there, open. So we also got the file attached as well. So we have it listed here, and we have it attached. So again, this is up to you if you want to do that as well, but probably just as good as just having it right here in this text edit box. Okay, and then permit users, yes, and again, this is up to you for the tracking the views and the date and time restrictions, your preference. But I just leave them open. I don't track the views. Click on Submit. There we go. So we've got the instructions here, and we also have a download link right there. So you can also do that as well. Now let's add a safe assign. Again, you go to Assessments, double click on Safe Assignment, and I'm going to do Paper 3, Argumentative Synthesis. Okay, and we'll do out of 100 points. And again, you can type any instructions you want, but for this tutorial, we'll leave that blank. Make assessment available, yes. Track number of views, leave it unchecked. Again, leave it open, unless you want to set dates. Draft, up to you again. Student viewable, that's up to you. I'm going to click on no for the sake of this tutorial. For the optional announcement, no. Click on Submit. Alright, there we go. So we've got the instructions, and we've got a safe assignment link. Now let's add the rubric again. Again, go build content. We're going to do an item. I'm going to do paper 3, argumentative synthesis, rubric. Okay, and then we're going to browse the computer, and I got this saved locally, right there. Okay, and then again, leave this the way it is. Click on Submit. And there we go. So we've got the rubric now. So that's pretty much it for paper 3. Let's go back to class assignments. Okay, we're going to do the same thing for the last folder, paper 4. So double click on paper 4 assignments, the research paper. Okay, we're going to go to build content. We're going to create an item. Okay, I'm going to call this paper 4 research paper. Okay, and again, I have a sample instruction. Okay, once again, I have a sample paper saved from a previous TA from a couple years ago. It's right there. And I'm just going to copy this. So, and then copy. Now I'm going to paste it again using the mashup tool. So click on that, paste from Word. Okay, and then click in the box and go Control V, allow access, and submit. Alright, there we go. I see the formatting's a little bit off on this one, so I'm going to do, let's see, there's a huge gap right there. Let me move that up a little bit. Okay. And again, if you want to attach it as well, so attach the same file, just go browse my computer, and I have a copy right there, open. So there's the file, it's also attached, and then leave this the way it is. Click on submit. There we go. We've got instructions for paper 4, the research paper, and we've got a attachment right there, so students can click on that and download the instructions as well. Now let's add the safe assignment link. Again, go to assessments, safe assignment. Okay, and again, it's going to be paper 4, research paper. And I have 100 points. Instructions, again, same thing as we did before. So submit your final draft. Clicking on the view complete link. Okay. Make assessment available, yes. Track number of views again, unchecked. Date, it's up to you if you want to set a certain date when students can see it, but I just leave it open. Draft, again, it's up to you. Version checking, leave that unchecked. Student viewable, again, it's up to you, but for this tutorial, we'll just go no. And leave that as no. Click on submit. Alright, so now we've got a safe assignment link right there. Now let's add the rubric again. So go to build content, item. Okay, and then we're going to do paper 4, research paper, rubric. Browse my computer, and again I have that saved locally on my computer. Go down, leave that the way it is, click on submit, and that's it, guys. Look at that. So we've got the instructions, the attachment, safe assign link, and the rubric. So that's it. That is the end of this course, guys. You all did a great job. Way to go. Way to go. You guys stuck in there and you did it. So now you have the base of your advanced composition course created. So now all you can do is you can just plug in stuff, add content, whatever. So that's it, guys. Now, for the activity and tasks on this one, I want you guys to pretty much add any document. Since I don't have a copy of these sample papers, I want you guys to just practice adding stuff. So, for example, let's say in your sandbox course, your paper 1, you're going to click on paper 1. That's going to be blank. Okay, and I want you to just create an item and just add any content you want. So any file you have, whatever. I just want you to practice adding stuff. And you can also do the attachment. And then I want you to create a safe assign link. So it could be, you can name it whatever you want. So I want you guys to create a safe assign link. And I want you to create a rubric item. So again, you can attach anything you want. But I just want the whole purpose is for you guys to practice. So when the time comes when you actually have all the stuff ready, you can just easily add it. You'll know what to do. Alright guys, that's it. Great job on this course. Now, of course, there are more courses. So the next course we have is going to be covering Safe Assign in great detail and the Grade Center in great detail. But for just this 2-hour course, we just stuck with the basics. So how to build your advanced composition course shell within Blackboard. So again, guys, great job. Great job. You guys really hung in there and you did it.